Life as We Know It with Tom Walton.
About a year ago, I was asked to speak to a local organization that wanted me to address the topic, the power of humor. I was happy to do that, but it was an ironic request because of the organization's two previous speakers. One had spoken about the history of Woodlawn Cemetery. The other had addressed the matter of supply-side economics. While I applauded the organization's quest for intellectual enrichment, it was clear to me that their membership needed a break, a little comic relief, after solemn discussions about cemeteries and economics. Some of you may be aware that I write a regular column on the Blade's Pages of Opinion on Sundays. I share the page with two writers who I consider brilliant theorists and philosophers, Keith Burris and David Shribman. Their essays are always thoughtful, provocative analysis of current events, and they are always a good read. It is not their intent, however, to make you smile. They have a serious point to make, and they wish to make it seriously. Most Sundays, I too have a serious point to make, but by choice I try to make it humorously. I guess I am the thorn between two roses. If you're looking for a different analogy here, Keith and Dave are Plato and Socrates, and I am Henny Youngman. The power of humor to deliver a serious message is irrefutable. One of the best examples I can cite is the old television show MASH. Even in syndication, it remains one of the most popular so-called sitcoms of all time. But it wasn't really a sitcom, was it? What is sitcom short for? Situational comedy. Here's the point. Along with the jokes and the laughter, the horror of war and the misery of death were never far away in an episode of MASH. Think about how much of that show was filmed in the surgical tent. Even the show's theme song, which every one of us can still hum to this day, was titled Suicide is Painless. That was the name of the theme song for a sitcom. Alan Alda said he always wanted the show to be about more than battlefield hijinks, and Toledo's own Jamie Farr insisted that his character, Corporal Maxwell Klinger, may have been a cross-dresser, but he was first and foremost a good soldier. What about a show called All in the Family? If ever there was a situational comedy with a serious message, it was Norman Lear's classic about a bigot named Archie Bunker. That's another show, by the way, with an unforgettable theme song. Remember Archie and Edith butchering their rendition of Those Were the Days? Politicians, at least the smart ones, appreciate the power of humor. Told at a press conference that the Republican caucus in the House of Representatives had condemned one of his policy proposals, President Kennedy noted, "Well, I'm sure the vote was unanimous." You can go all the way back to Abe Lincoln for evidence of the power of humor in presidential politics. Accused by a political opponent of being two-faced, Lincoln replied, "Two-faced? Look at me. If I had another face, don't you think I'd use it?"
Life as We Know It is written and hosted by Tom Walton and is a production of WGTE Public Media. Life as We Know It with Tom Walton can be heard on WGTE FM 91 every Monday afternoon during All Things Considered at 5:44 p.m. Or hear past episodes at wgte.org/life.